Video words thrown in YouTube format to expose the daily vlog of being no one knows. Secret foes, life's pain and woes, rants and thoughts, daily journal with iPhone and his graphs to show it off. It's late. I was in my bed, I was just thinking about something, you know. Whether you want to talk mental contact, you know, it wasn't repression. I was just, you know, reiterating thoughts in my head, and I was thinking about being, you know, in a psychiatric unit, Trinidad, right? And that was my second time there. A couple months prior, I went there, and the guy came in there. He was an army guy. He said he was a captain of the army. I was like, yeah, he's a big stocky guy. But you know, it's not so much about him. And I want to talk about, you know, that he's in the army and the amount of damage he could do in the military if he, you know, he behaved such a way. Because there was a skinny girl, you know, she was like a goofball. She would always rhyme these things. Later, it's like, you know, she wrote down my number. I text messaged her after I came out, a couple texts, and we never really like talk after that. But, you know, she would just joke around this and that. And, you know, she was hurt there as well. And, you know, she would like, you know, like she would just, I remember one day we were in the cafeteria, and like she had his clothes on. I didn't know it, but just like kind of baggy. It was like sweatpants and like a shirt. And then, you know, he made an issue about it, but I'm like, you know, he just like, you know, and I get he was angry, but it's like, you know, that the little petite chick who just, you know, like rhymes and goofball. Hey, Winnie Nitty, don't be silly. She would do that in the hall, and I started doing it. And then, you know, sometimes she got mad because I was just saying some random shit. I think I pissed people off, but it's like, that little fucking person's gonna, like, you know, take your clothes, man. It's not just about that. It was like, you know, she would own him. Like, that's how, you know, that's how I explained it. She would own him, like, control him at a different level, you know? It's like, I don't know if it was sexual. I think males could probably do that to him as well, but not entirely, because he got a lot of fight. He got a couple arguments with his so-called friends. And I mean, friends for stay. But, you know, it's like, you know, she got to him, and then, you know, he was, like, almost, like, subdued by her. You know, he's like, he controlled, he got angry, but then he's like, you know, she was just like controlling him, you know? It was just freaking, and I was like, you know, it's not just about so much in the military and, you know, this and the other thing, you know, but there was another also thing that happened, and, you know, it was like, you know, someone could get to him. Let's say in the military, he's, you know, on patrol, and a female or another male could get to him, and, you know, they'll get either information or something, or they'll control them in a different way. But maybe not entirely, because in the military, you gotta have to suppress that. You have to, you know, stand your ground and stuff. But how many, you know, males and females, especially males, you know, get like controlled in real life, and then, you know, there's either companies fail, right, or, you know, you don't have a company that's efficient, and people say, well, that's favoritism or something like that. I don't even know. You know, a couple months ago, someone, you know, it was over and over again, like, they were trying to ask me, you know, I don't know if it was kind of similar. I was like, you know, well, why don't you have anything in life? Like, why don't you have your home and, you know, your own actual car? Like, I mean, I have my car, I have a paper, but more money in the bank, you know, this and the other thing, the life you always wanted. That's one of the reasons, you know, because there's fucking people like that in my life. The reason why my last job, you know, I worked for 4 years with this kid, he just fucking, you know, he called the police department or something because, you know, he got embarrassed. He threatened me 2 times. But a lot of times, you know, for 4 years, he was trying to control me, this and the other thing. He was trying to control me. He was putting me down, like, almost every day for, like, years. I just got aggravated, started arguing with him for, like, months, you know? Like, I wouldn't put up with that stuff. And the reason why I can't get anywhere is people like that as well. And people like, they call themselves CMF. That took my brother's fucking life. But you already know that, don't you? And, you know, imagine fucking, you know, you get a bunch of CMS. Those kids, I want to call them kids, yeah, they're juvenile delinquents. Some of them will probably be like that as well. And, you know, it's like, imagine he starts talking or something. Let's say military personnel. And someone gets his mind, and, you know, a female or something like that female, you know, she controls him, she asks him questions, this and that, and he gives her, like, either, not perverted, but it's like he talks too much, and he, you know, or he tells not people's names, but who knows what information he can give out, you know? What if someone, what if someone in government, law enforcement, right? I mean, you know, people can be used like that. And it's just, you know, for stupid, silly reasons. And, you know, I mean, I'm not going to say empires or countries fell because of that. But, you know, companies fell, you know, I mean, jobs, this and the other thing, relationships. And another thing, you know, the man that I talked about it too, he was on a payphone. And I was by the window. I was doing my stretches on the windowsill. And I did that for like a couple seconds. He came out, he went on his phone. I was like, oh, he's going to be on his phone, private conversation. It's really close. I'm just going to walk away. I'll come back later. And I'll come back and I'm not saying I read his mind, but he was just like, oh, nobody wants to hear this. You know, he said, nobody wants to hear this anyway, so whatever. It's like he wanted me or somebody else to hear his personal conversation with either his girl or his wife. And then he got angry at me because I didn't know his girl and his wife. And, you know, I guess people always tell me he's a hoe. That's what a hoe is. I mean, someone that could be used, trampled like a prostitute, mental prostitute. That's what I equate it to. I experienced that a lot in my life. You know, it's like I keep those people to the side, man. Like, you know, I want nothing to do with that. And especially, you know, you want people to hear your personal business for like what? A repertoire, for, you know, popularity. So you have drama in your life and people could give you like, you know, little hugs and attention or something like that. It's like, you know, what if you do that in all facets of life, not just in a psychiatric community? And you can't use that excuse, oh, he was hurt, he was down. No, he was in a very good mental shape. He was just an angry guy that probably raged at his wife the day before because he was drunk and he got in there. I mean, you know, are people like that? Is it, you know, they could be controlled and they're attention seekers? You know, that's a form of personality disorder. Yeah, you know, that person has a lot of personality defects. And, you know, they go on in real life and they create a lot of damage. They could create a lot of serious damage. It's not just about that particular person. Those other people like that as well. I knew it right off the bat and I just ignored them. I treat them like silly people. Like, you know, they're just grasping for attention, just saying off-the-wall things. It's like, why the fuck are you even saying that, dude? You know? And it's like, you know, people like that will create a lot of damage in the world, and they create a lot of damage in my life.